see here is we have Ricky now looking over by the water tower, trying to see if he, of course, get that early pick. There was one taking out their methods, as a matter of fact, so I apologize. So there was that early pick given numbers.
Oh my
Great
God,
shot
what?
by Ricky, too, just like that as Cap'n actually replays both get taken out. That's going to leave the LMS here, Classic by himself with the sniper. See if he's going to be able to hit anything. Oh, he does manage to take one out. That's going to be Nade's shot. Big hit for him. But the bomb is going to be down. 35 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what Classic's going to do.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of time to play with here. He needs to make a move. He's managed to get that first pick on Nade shot, but you can see the way OpTic have set up around that bomb, just triangulating around the outside. There is going to be a player in front of him, and unfortunately, Classic isn't going to get that pick. And you have Ricky there with a nice little round 2-0. And he's actually going to be the player that managed to pick up that kill from that white truck area once again. It's just such a common spot. You really need to be checking that every single round when you're on that defensive side. You know someone is always going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing, though, right? When you're working with only like 30 seconds on the clock, there really isn't much that you can do there. You know, you probably could swing around it, but it'll make more sense for you to just make moves over by the outside push in from the bomb instead of going on the outside. Apologies. But taking a look now as Replays, as a matter of fact, has that bomb in hand. And he's going to be making his way. Of course, you can see it there on the esports broadcaster mode. Let's see what Replays is going to do here with this bomb. And it seems like this common B push, but they lose Classic early once again. And that tracker site, that dreaded tracker site that so many people hate on the internet, has
I'm looking
reared its ugly head here in this matchup.
I'm looking for methods. You know, you made the point. He's going to be one of those players to watch out for. And unfortunately, JCap and Classic have both been taken out early in this round, so OpTic looking pretty. You've got Ricky 3-0 at this point, Big T 2-0 as well. But methods, he's going to need to try and make something happen over towards this B side because time is ticking away. Only 38 seconds left, and you know, the longer they leave it, I mean, the more it's going to kind of play into OpTic's hands. They just can start slowly edging forward, and that's exactly what you can see. You know,
yeah, that's actually Ricky moving forward. That's Ricky moving forward, and Scump's on the mid, so they pretty much have him pinned. They're pincered at this point, Benson. They're not going to be able to make any moves.
Well, Ricky should be able to pick up one from the side. Methods in a 1 versus 4. Ricky's going to get 2. And this is exactly what you said. When obviously they dropped JCap and you were trying to make the point about Ricky, you were saying just his solid, consistent performances are what make him such a good pickup for Team OpTic.
Well, you know what? JCap was a player for a different time for this OpTic team. Right. Back in Black Ops 2, it made a lot of sense to pick up JCap. You needed that strong AR player.
Completely.
Right? You know, the Dosh J combo of Jordan and Envy, while very, very amazing and just, you know, obviously two of the best slayers in that particular game, maybe not the best case here in Ghost.
Right.
You know, so they needed something a little bit different. And Search and Destroy is a very important game type, obviously, and it's an area that, you know, you can always look to improve upon there. As Big T is going to get cleaned up, that's going to be a stop from, if I'm correct, not sure that, actually, I believe that was going to be replays. Okay, getting his first kill there. Classic with 2, that trophy system catching 1. And now OpTic, they're going to be on B. This player going to be taking out Ricky. He's going to be by himself. LMS. 1v3, they know where he is, and he only has 46 seconds to work with.
This would be the ace for Ricky if he's able to do it. He's going to see one cross, gets tagged from the right side. Not going to happen, though, as FaZe managed to pick up that round. Still Ricky 5-1. A nice performance from him. Nadeshot currently 0-2. JCap 0-2 as well. I think if there's ever a time JCap wants to get a kill, it's going to be in this next round. He is not going to want to let that donut continue.
Yep.
He knows...
He knows that they're going to get in their head.
But then that's what I was saying. You know, has Scumpy gotten JCap's head already? I mean, JCap's an experienced player. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But if so, that could be game changing. It's going to make it so hard for FaZe to pick the W.
You know, I think that something that I was thinking about in this matchup, you know, especially thinking about JCap, is in a sense, you know, you kind of defeat yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's something I'm really worried about with Cap, right? Like, he's so concerned about winning this matchup that in turn he's only defeating himself.
Yeah.
You know, and that is maybe something that, you know, maybe people just aren't considering. Yeah, of course. And now as we're talking about this, it is going to be a 2v4 as Classic and Cap are going to be the last 2 left alive.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for FaZe to try and pick up this round. Bomb down at that B bomb site. OpTic, of course, they're going to know about it. JCap kind of in no man's land at this point. He's just making sure that no one's going to come around that flank. But in 2 versus 4 with only 40 seconds, like you rightfully say there, Golden Boy, it's going to be so hard for FaZe. And
now look what Cap. Oh, so his teammate ended up getting taken out. So he's actually working in a 1v4 right now. This is not going to be good. He's going to find a play right around the corner, able to find one. That's going to be a great pickup there, as OpTic Gaming is going to lose one of their players. Not a good look. That's Ricky, but not going to happen, as he is going to get picked off. Let's see who was at the final kill cam.
I think that was probably Nade with
America's favorite gamer.
It's Nade with that sniper rifle. He was 0-2 going into this round. He's now 2-2. But that kill from JCap, he may not have clutched the round, but he got that kill. And anyone that plays competitive COD knows, if you're playing Search and Destroy and you have that 0 on your kill column, as soon as you get that first kill, it's like a monkey just being taken off your shoulder.
Yeah. You know, I mean, even though I wouldn't be too angry about a monkey on my shoulder, though.
It'd be kind of cool, right?
It would be amazing. Are you kidding me? I would pay good money for that. But you know, talking about monkeys on the shoulder, you know, I guess the monkey on the shoulder here for Ricky, and that has already been, I guess, answered is, you know, is Ricky going to show up on land with this team? And I think it's safe to say right now, judging it by his 2 performances on Domination and his performance right now in this S&D game, they're halfway to victory. I don't want to say they're going to be able to secure the W because I don't operate like that. But I will say Ricky has definitely shown up as a de facto leader in this team.
Exactly.
Amazing stuff.
Exactly what OpTic needed. But then obviously with Big T announcing his retirement, you have to start thinking, you know, who are OpTic going to pick up as a potential 4th?
But you're not thinking about that, Ben. You're thinking about
obviously not now.
You're getting the W. You're winning.
Oh, no, I don't mean now, but I just mean if you're an OpTic Gaming fan.
I'm glad we got that cleared out.
Of course. If you're an OpTic Gaming fan, you start there thinking, oh, well, Big T right now is 5-1. You have to replace a player, you know, who can just go massive like that and let's achieve Call of Duty player. He's got so many accolades. As finally Ricky decides he wants to try and plant that bomb. It's going to be a 3 versus 2, but in goes the nades. That's going to level things out with 16 seconds left. OpTic going to have to react quickly. Only Replay is going to be alive for FaZe. Now it's a 1 versus 1. Big T versus Replays. I'm on board with Replays. He does see Big T. Big T jumps out, but Replays gets the pick.
Win.
3 rounds to 2. FaZe coming back into the Search and Destroy.
Wow, big win there for
FaZe.
That was huge. Great positioning too. I mean, you know, just honestly, all you had to do was just stay alive. You know what I mean? And that really was it. But still, at the end of the day, man, just great movement there from him. All right, so moving on to this next round, 3-2 right now in the count. OpTic Gaming still looking strong despite it. Big T, Ricky, solid performances out of them. Let's talk about Nade Shot though. He's 2-3 right now. He seems to be playing more of that, of course, that back row, which we see him do in the streams all the time.
Yep.
Would you say, you know, he's doing his job? You know, he's getting the kills that you'd expect?
He's kind of doing the dirty work. You know, he's not playing for any montage clips right now. He's just doing the role that the team needed to do. You know, he's playing passively with the sniper rifle. He has switched it out. And he's actually got himself a hit marker there, so he's going to anticipate someone planting the bomb. Does pick up the kill. Is he going to get away? I think he is. Just Scump does go down. So now Nade Shot in the 1 versus 2. Is he going to be able to try and pick it up? And this is where he knows the bomb obviously going down at A. He anticipated that to be happening. Is he going to be able to get any picks? Oh, no.
They don't know.
No.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't see it. They're not looking.
He's going to go.
Oh! 1 second.
He tried to take a page out of Karma's book.
2 seconds longer, maybe?
I know, right? So close. He tried to do a bit of a Karma, but it wasn't to be. And you know, in that situation, you can't blame him for going for that.
No,
no. He was very, very close to, but that's going to level things up. 3 rounds apiece. I would have just loved to have hit the crowd here at Philly if he'd have done that.
I would have went crazier. You know, I would have lost my voice, and I'm already halfway there. So, you know, that would have been just an insane play. So, all right, kicking things off here on the other side, bomb carrier Ricky, as always, big timer again,
8-3.
displaying why he is one of the legends of the game. 8-3 in this S&D matchup. And it is going to be all tied up, though, 3-3. We have FaZe looking around here. Now, Ricky is going to get picked off early. That's going to be a huge kill for them.
I think Scump's going to try and seek out that kill. I'm not entirely sure who it was that got that kill, but FaZe now looking comfortable. One angle that is from Scump. He's actually picked up that kill. That was on Methods. That's Scump just showing you some sneaky little spots there. Bomb is obviously down, and now Scumpy just needs to secure this bomb site so his teammate can come in from the rear, pick up that bomb and try and get it down. Now just going to be 2 players alive. It's going to be Scump and Nade Shot, the deadly duo. Are they going to be able to clutch this round though?
Yeah, well, let's see if they're going to be able to do it here. I mean, you know, you have Nade Shot. He has to go for that bomb. They have to make moves. They have 2 players on the A side here. So if they do want to go and plant B, they are going to be able to, but they got to get this pick, and Scump can't quite do it. Now it's going to be left up to Nade Shot here. Let's see if he could do it, as JCap was able to close that kill out there. He's actually, I think Nade Shot may have seen him and is on the attack.
Uh-oh.
They're going to have an encounter right around now, and Nadeshot not able to come up with the win as JCap gets the big stop there on Nadeshot.
Yeah,
huge kill for him.
Big kill, and you know, JCap was on that donut now, 0-2. He's going for a bit of a trick shot there, changing his sight halfway through, just because, you know, FaZe trick shots, you know, showing some swag with the kill.
Little fanciful.
He didn't just want to kill him. He wants to let him know about it.
A little fanciful, you know. I don't even know if that's a word, but we'll just go
It
with
is
that.
now.
It is a word now. All right, so taking a look now, we have replays actually with that bomb, as he's going to be, you know, of course, FaZe, this is their time. This is their opportunity to be able to make something happen here and establish this lead in Search and Destroy. And you said it. You said whoever wins this is going to take the series. Now, I don't necessarily agree with you on that, because I think Blitz is a huge momentum shifter. I mean, if you lose to a bunch of people who just never shot a bullet at you, that is a pretty aggravating experience. So I don't know how I feel about that.
True, very true. And yeah, as we said, this is FaZe's best game type. They feel very comfortable. You know, you pointed out, watch out for Methods. He's currently actually got the most kills for his team, 6 and 6. As I say that, the Classic is able to pick one, and this is looking a very good round for Team FaZe. Replays is going to get that kill. Now it's going to be down to Ricky. He's going to be in a 1 versus 2 situation. And this is where he can really prove his worth to the OpTic fans if he can try and get this round.
Well, he's going to beat someone around the corner here. He's going to beat
30
him around the
seconds
corner. Big kill for Ricky. Now it's going to be a 1v1. We're going to have 23 seconds left on the clock here. Bomb is going to be at 21 seconds here. Now it's going to be exchanged. You think he's going to be inside. He revealed his position now. Ricky, not a lot of time to work with. He creeps out any second now. He's going to find him. And he gets the kill. Oh my goodness, Ricky gets it. And he's going to get the fuse. Oh my goodness, Ricky, you are a monster. And that is going to do it. That is why OpTic Gaming picked up Ricky.
So I said he needed to prove his worth.
You called it, bro.
How did he know?
I think it's time to bust out the quote.
That's no, it's not worth the quote yet.
No,
not worth the quote.
Not worth the quote yet, guys.
The one before I dropped the quote.
You'll know later. You'll know later.
You'll know about the quote.
You'll know about the quote.
Just keep watching UMG Philly and keep watching plays like that, and you'll be seeing some.
You'll know the quote. You'll know the quote.
Oh, you'll know. But Ricky, 8 and 5, one animal, Big T as well, 9 and 5. Really is having a very strong game. But going back to that kill, how did he know that he was going to be? I mean, that's just fantastic initiative. That's what separates.
Awareness.
Exactly. It's what separates good players from the best players.
That is awareness right there, and that is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean,
Kobe.
Man, did we have a Kobe? Yes, we did,
Ricky
from Ricky. Oh my goodness, Ricky right now. You know, Big T is he was keeping them going, right? He was keeping them going, and you know, getting those key kills, keeping them in the matchup.
Hacks?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, we have to check his Xbox. So now we have, let's see here, a 4v3 or 4v2. I apologize, as actually Methods ended up getting picked up there, and Classic on the right side. They're going to be pushing around, but Replay is going to find one able to connect with that one. That was actually going to be Big T. Now,
baited the alley there as well.
That's right.
He has just revealed his position.
That was like it was like something that could have worked out, you know, but really it just didn't pan out that way.
No.
Oh.
Ooh. Full Replays was going to do the nasty to him. Sadly not to be, and now it's going to be 5 rounds to 4 in favor of OpTic Gaming. And let's not forget, you are just tuning in, OpTic took domination very convincingly. So they are actually already 1 map in the good in this best of 5 series, and they're looking at trying to make it 2-0. And you know, going up against a rival like FaZe, I mean, that's a huge statement if they were to 3-0 this series. Not necessarily saying they would, but if they did, that's a massive statement as well to everybody else here at UMG Philly.
That's right, guys, and this could be the round for OpTic Gaming, or, you know, will they actually end up, you know, getting caught off guard and losing 2 rounds straight?
Well, FaZe on the attacking side now. They need to pick up this round. 5-4 down. And it's Replays is going to be the bomb carry, but we're on board with Methods. He was your play to watch, and he has been having a pretty solid search and destroy for now. Just a couple of errors here and there have let him down in certain gunfights, but you can see the great control of this B site that FaZe have earned themselves. It's actually going to be Nadeshot going down for first blood. He's not having the best performances right now, only 3 and 7. Look for him to try and pick things up in the next round if it is to go there. But
that's right.
3v3 for now.
And the bomb is going to be down, as a matter of fact. So, you know, actually inside of the garage.
Bit of an awkward place, to be honest.
Honestly, not the best. You know, of course, none of OpTic is actually aware, but shots are going to be exchanged, as Methods is going to lose a teammate, JCap, 5 and 8, and he is going to creep around the corner and get met there as well, and that's not going to be good here. Classic by himself, grabs the bomb, Now working B, it is going to be a 1v3 here, Benson, with 18 seconds left on the clock. Do you feasibly see them, taking this one?
Well, the problem is, I think he was trying to push towards A. He only has 10 seconds left. He's kind of put himself into a horrible position because he hasn't even got enough time to plan it. He's trying to pre-fire everything, but that is going to be that. There's no way Classic is going to clutch it. Ricky comes in, picks up the kill anyway. He's just going to ensure it. 10-5 Ricky, 10-6 Big T, 8-6 Scumpy. When your teammates are dropping that numbers, it just becomes such an easy game.
Wow. I mean, OpTic Gaming really just showing why.
Showing that prowess.
This was a good move for them, and yeah, I think, of course, I think Big T, of course, he's saying, the whole thing about retirement and all that stuff, but man, did that light a fire under their butts to get their acts together and make some moves, man.